Are you wondering what your genes can tell you about your health? Jenna Finley is a genetic counselor for Invitae. She joins us now to share her incredible story. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So what can your genes tell you about your health?
Yeah, so we know that our genes play a huge role in our health, and there are genetic tests available nowadays that can tell you if you're at an increased risk for conditions such as cancer or heart conditions or a number of other inherited genetic conditions.
So how can getting a genetic test actually help prevent a disease, doing that beforehand?
Sure. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story because I think it will make a little bit more sense in that context. So I didn't have a family history that was really very concerning. But when I took the I decided to take, Invitae's proactive genetic health screen, sort of out of curiosity and to see what a patient's perspective was like. And when I took it, so I found out I actually have a mutation in a cancer risk gene. So my options include increased surveillance, and starting cancer surveillance earlier. So I was able to take my genetic health result to my doctor and start getting this increased surveillance. So that's one way that genetic testing can help prevent disease. Another way is in certain other conditions, such as the condition we found out that my dad has through this genetic testing, which was another huge surprise. It's called hemochromatosis. There's an actual treatment that we started that will prevent disease from occurring in him. So sometimes genetic tests can help you prevent disease, and other times it can just help you catch a disease early.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. So how does it feel for you? Is it empowering to have this information? I know that some people might say, oh, I don't want to get the genetic testing because I'm scared of it, or I don't have an issue yet. But it sounds like for you and your dad, you were able to take steps to make sure that your future is healthy.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it is a little bit scary, but I'm the type of person that I prefer to have the information so that I can be proactive about something. And if this was something that there was no treatment or nothing I could do, I think in that context, maybe it would be a bit scary, but just knowing that there's steps I can take, there's something you can do about it, I think really is very empowering. And Invitae's their proactive genetic health screen, all of the genes on that panel, so any test result that you get, there is actually some sort of medical management, treatment that goes along with it. So you're not just going to get a result and just sort of, not have anything to do afterwards. There's something proactive you can do.
They'll give you those next steps. Okay, so this is definitely something that families should discuss. How do they get more information even about genetic testing? Do they talk to their doctor? What do they do? What do people do?
Yeah, so you can talk to your doctor. You can go to our National Society of Genetic Counselors to find a genetic counselor to talk to. Or you can just go to invitae.com, which is our website, and there's information on there for patients. And you can you can order testing yourself through Invitae's website, and they will send you a saliva kit in the mail. You send back your saliva, and you get your genetic test results online. And then you also have access to a genetic counselor. So nowadays it's actually pretty easy to order genetic testing.
It really is amazing. So you don't necessarily even have to go through your doctor. You could just go to invitae.com and then they'll send that kit to you and you can be proactive and do it yourself. It's great. Mm-hmm. Jenna Finley, thank you so much for sharing your story and giving us these tips, and we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.